Welcome back to Hollyworks, episode number 2 on the boat series. In this video, I will be tracing out and recutting out new storage covers for the boat, sanding and restaining the trim. Also, will be sanding and restaining a door for the house. You see me right now cutting, redrawing out the cabin door that will be cutting out because all the boards are basically trash. Uh, all the wood is basically gone and needs to be replaced. Could have used better wood, but we're going to use what we got. The door took about no time at all to actually cut out, but the staining process and the finish process took a little longer. Alright, here we have me and my little brother setting up to redo all the storage covers, all the wood for that, lay out some plywood, and take apart one of the seat covers so that I can trace each individual piece and explain here in this moment what's going on. That part is where the stereo and where the speakers were. I'm not really sure if I'm going to put the radio back in at the same spot. Uh, Once I start doing all the wiring, we will see how that part goes. All the wiring is going to be redone, and then relocating most of the instruments, like the radio, speakers. The batteries are going somewhere else. So we're going to see where everything ends up. little dog intermission. Oh, come here. Come here. Alright, so here's the back door to the house that I was talking about earlier. Basically spent the whole day sanding down this door to get rid of this old stain and the paint, and now it's gotten to the point where we can actually reseal it, stain it and reseal it. Now we're just taping up the new glass that was put in to make sure nothing gets on it and damages it. I think that's a word. Yeah, damage the glass. Because we can't have that, no. Always protect the glass from whatever can possibly, by chance, hit it, break it, get on it. Just don't mess it up. The stain I used was for outdoor purposes, and the sealer was for waterproof and mildew, mold protection, and outside water protection. All oil-based products. Always wear gloves. It's smart, especially working with stains, because it is so hard to get the stain off of your hands. No matter how much you scrub, it's just gonna take forever to get the stain off. And the way to apply this stain, we use rags to put the actual stain on the door. Because the way brushes work with the stain versus the rag, the look of it, you can actually push the stain in better with the rag and cover more space. That way, you use probably less, or you probably end up using more of the stain than you actually need. It's all about how you use it, to be honest. Teaching the little one how to actually stain the door properly. Tell them how to constantly keep telling them, go with the grain. Don't go against it, go with it. I did miss some spots that were sticking or still splintered, mainly at the top of the door. So I wasn't too much concerned, but all of the front and the back were, and the side were fine. Alright, so about this point, around this point, I ended up getting a knee splinter in my hand. And it was in there. It was in there pretty good. It took a minute to actually get it out. Tweezers, pliers, knives, some kind of way to make sure I get the splinter out. And that's pretty much where this ended up stopping at. Because we pretty much finished the top of the door and had to wait for it to dry. While waiting for it to dry, I dealt with the splinter. And you can see how it is in the next morning. Go with the grain.
Jesus, this thing dries fast.
Yeah.
Why is it drying so fast?
Just dries fast. Focus on one spot. Last coat of clear on the door to seal it. And then put everything back together and hang it back up. Clearing the, what are these? The storage compartment covers Made new ones, clearing them, sealing them to prevent mold, mildew, and water damage. The old radio wall, seat cover, storage compartment, and the door, which this boy right here, I recruited a person to help me out with this. All the railing for outside the boat on the deck, and the door frame, door frame holders, and the sliding door. These got cleared and a slight stain. I don't really like how these came out. So I think in the future, once these cure, I'm going to redo them. Probably a darker stain and then clear them. And we can catch back when we finish staining the gray. Man, oh man. This is like day 3 of outside in the garage. Actually I'm done sanding. So now it's just staining everything, sealing everything, making sure nothing gets, I should have missed a spot. Make sure everything is properly done so that when it's dry, it's ready. It won't get affected by the rain, water, or anything once it's actually in the water. The door, the random door, is done. It's ready to go up. I'm just waiting for some help to get the door up and put it back in place, and it should be done with that. And now I'll show you the finished products of the gray stain stuff, the gray stains. The clear ones aren't that important, they're just covers. But the gray ones are the more visible actual things that you will see on the boat. So here they are. Well, would you looky there, all this work for this little thing. But no, for real. This is where the radio and there was a speaker on this cutout. These 2 pieces are together. They are the seat, they have hinges. This is the step when you first come into the boat, and this is going to be the door. Now the door came in 4 pieces, but this is only 1. So later when it's fully dry and I put everything back together and make sure it's right, I think I'm gonna cut it and keep it in 2 pieces, or I may do 3 to 4. Not entirely sure right now. Maybe 3, just so I can store them away when I'm actually using it. This is all I have left. And then we have the covers, storage covers. Those are done almost. The bottom sides need to be aired out some more. And this is the door from the other day. The little, man, I don't know the name of this thing. What is this called? I can't find the paper, but this is pretty done. This is done. I actually put a sheet of metal on the outside so that the dogs don't scratch up the door. I just put all this work in. Tempered glass. Reinforced the hinges with some longer drywall screws. And everything's back together, ready to go. So waiting on my friend to come help me put the door back in place. All right, so on the way to go put the boat back together. I got everything in the back, from the rails, the door trim, the top deck door trim, sliding door, I don't know the actual name, to the inside walls, the storage covers, and the table. I fixed my table. When I test fitted it, I kind of took it off wrong and I broke it. After I spent the time to make it, I broke it. But it's fixed now, and now we're headed to go put everything together. Hope it comes out looking great or decent. I don't know. It's gonna come out some way. All right, catch y'all when I get to the boat. All right, so we're here at the boat. It's a mess. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. But we have, focus, the covers, the table, the other covers, 2 more in the bow.
all in place. This one has to be cut a little bit more. Next is the seat. I forgot. Oh, we gotta put the door back on. That's coming next. Oh, before it starts to rain. Let's see how this goes. So, update. It's cold. It's raining. It's kind of gross in here because the floors really need to be cleaned, and it's just so cold. But was able to get the covers put in. Some things are too big, like the front door is not fitting. I just need to shave off a little bit and actually cut it down into 3 pieces or 4 pieces. One of the storage pieces are a little too big on one side. I'm going to take that back and cut it down. I need to bring back some more screws, replace some screws because they're old and rusty. I actually spent a day cleaning in here so that I can come back and start wiring up the electronics, fuse boxes and switches to give power to different things like lights, bilge, radio, chargers. And I can show you that what I've got taken out and what. So this is the one that needs to be cut down a little bit. This goes here. Just take out the wall that blocks you off from the toilet. I need a toilet. This is about to just go back there. I have a seat here for its storage area. Water storage. The 2 covers are in place. Those fit perfect. Same with this one. My table's in place. It's down right now, but it'll go up whenever it's in use. Started running some LEDs, just try to get a placement where I want them. I may or may not use the strips, may just use them for right now while I'm working on it. The fuse box and stuff is gonna go over here while I'm going to put the battery down into the cabinet and just run the power wires all the way over here to keep it more simple and the battery be more secured. I'm going to take this cover back that goes there to cut open the hole for the switchboard and screw in the fuse box on the back side. And that's it for today, really. It's raining, it's cold, and I'm really not trying to get sick out here. I'm trying to get over a cold, actually. So catch y'all back, catch back with y'all later.